review. But not all the information you will need is actually in this video. So down below in the description, and possibly if I can ever work it out, put it up there somewhere in the video, there is a link to the other review of my 7159 Bendix compact, and all the information you need is in there. What you be wanting to watch though this one for is that actually this one is a much older example. It's still called the 7159. So yeah. Right. We're going to review the Bendix Compact 7159. It's manufactured by Eudora in Austria. All the dimensions are in the other video, but the one key difference between, say, my one and this one is that is a 2.5 kilogram model. This is just £4, 1.8 kilo. The reason? Well, it's this drum. If you notice at the back of this drum is completely different to mine and many other ones that I've actually had over the years. It's completely flat, effectively, and so it's almost got this Maloney effect, you know, at the rear. And the drum is physically smaller. So I would actually say that this probably is around only a 20 litre drum now. Right, this jet here is your fill jet. It does go down the door, but it does more go onto the actual load, whereas the nozzle on mine tends to go more just directly on the door. Also, of course, being the basic model, there is no detergent dispenser, so you can add powder, but you've got to go straight into the drum. But as for your fabric softener, yeah, tough luck. Yeah. 550 RPM spin still. Even more interestingly is all this up here. It's actually got the original stickers. And this was the actual marketing bump for it. Even like in the newspapers. And even on the Bendix like brochures and stuff like that. Don't forget this is made in the... I'd say this is sort of a mid-70s machine. Mine is a more, I think, early 80s, mid-80s one. Can I tell by that? No. But yeah. It says 9 different automatic wash programs, which is really, really bizarre because there's only 5. Yeah. Look, there is... So on here we've got 9 programs apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 listed. And if you notice, number 1 is listed 3 times. There's only 5 program positions on the dial. Effectively, long wash, short wash, really short wash, rinses, by the way, that is not rinse and spin, that is 5 rinses and a spin, and spin only. We've got no spin and spin. If you select no spin, it will drain the water after the final rinse, and then it will just come to a stop. The time will stop, sort of, well, let me just show you, around about, here. See? About there. So once you're actually done, before you turn the spin back on, remember to turn the dial back round to about there. And that's the other thing with this dial as well. The sticker is missing, but you have to push it in and then release it to start. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and look how long 5 goes on for. I've explained in the other video, but the simple reason is how this works. The actual mechanism I've actually shown on that other video. Temperature gauge. I will say this temperature gauge is ever so slightly off, so if you set it to 40, it will probably wash about 5 degrees higher. So just set it 5 degrees lower than you actually want it. And this will go all the way up to 95, and it will pretty much be a proper 95, about 99. Right, your door release is there, of course, and down there. Push that in, unrelease it, and you have your coin filter. What can you actually fit into it? Well, apparently you can fit all this into it. That lot there is 1.7 kilograms of laundry. Yeah. So we've got 2 pillowcases, and a t-shirt, and lots of baby clothes. Lots of them. Okay, maybe that's probably about right. I've still fit my hand in, and as I've said before, this drum is smaller than the one I have on my later one, which is rated at 2.5 kilograms, and then up to 3 kilograms later on. Anyway, like I said, no dispensing, so the only way to add detergent is, well, like that. You can normally push the door closed, it'll clip on. There we go. Like so. We're just going to put it on program 1. It takes about 55 minutes to do. Program 2 takes around 40 minutes to do. And the wool program takes around 25 minutes to do. Yeah. Oh, just to also mention, it has a 2000 watt heater. You just heard that right. Even on something this small. So sure enough, it will heat to about 40 degrees. Usually nothing in about 2 minutes. So we put this on a boil wash, so let's see how well we go. I've accidentally put no spin on. Okay. What's supposed to happen is it should stop, but I'm not really wanting to stop. There we go. So problem with this system is if it's ever so slightly not too unbalanced, it's going to try and it's actually going to struggle to spin full stop. You might do that for the entire to the end of the timer. Now, results then. So they are actually really well rinsed. There's a huge problem with the entire thing, and that's the spin performance. This is 550 RPM. I know it's not very fast, but everything could have just been a bit, well, better. Like, the actual, say, the bigger version of its, you know, Bendix machine would have been 500 RPM, and I'm pretty sure that performs better. That also being said, I've seen a lot of 600 RPM machines that perform way better than this. It could be because of the length, it could be because of the holes size in the drum. Whatever it is, spin performance is pretty poor. But that being said, it's a pretty basic machine. there isn't really a lot to go wrong unless you turn that timer accidentally backwards, which is possible. I have just done it only is ever so slight. You've only got to turn it 1 mil, wrong way, and you could be breaking it if you're not careful. Luckily, I've not broken it, so yeah, I got away with that. Right, I'm going to give this out of 10 then. Well, just like all the others, it's going to get a 7. I'm going to give it a 7.5. It is nice that they made the drum bigger on the later models. It wasn't much needed, to be honest. The low capacity did feel a lot bigger on the later ones. That's good. But other than that, it's basic, it's simple, you can't go wrong. It washes pretty much anything you kind of want. Maybe not wool. Yes, it has a wool program, but effectively it's still the same tumbling motion, tumbling action, whatever. Silk wise, yeah, you can probably wash silk because at the end of the day you can put it on no spin. But because wool, to be fair, silk and wool both need a high water level and it doesn't do it. It just runs a, relatively low water level. Even this early version, it still runs a low water level. That could be because, of course, at the end of the day, it's got a heating time, but it will do at that low level. Whatever. So, yeah, it swings and roundabouts with it. Pretty cool though. I do like the fact you can just lift it up. You can put it anywhere you want. It does weigh around 35 kilos. It's not that light, but the two handles at the side, as long as you're strong enough, it's pretty easy to move around. Yeah, and yeah, this actual machine, the clutch is a little bit broken on it, so there's that. Right, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give us a like. Don't forget to comment down below if you love this machine as well. Don't forget to also check out the video as well of it. That's in the description down below as well. And I'll see you in another review. So, bye for now.